Oh, it was a bit of a battle for us today. 32 points, I think it was in the end, but probably a bit flattering for us. We didn't give up though, so we're very, very happy that we were still able to try and play the way we wanted to play. But they're a very good team, and we knew that coming into the game, and we just couldn't go with them for long enough.
Yeah, I thought you started the game quite well. Your first quarter was really good. Probably dropped away that second quarter. I think it sort of seemed like you couldn't get past get out of there sort of forward half.
Yeah, it was. First quarter was very funny. It was kind of played between the arcs. Both teams, we probably got lucky and kicked a couple. They were probably unlucky not to kick a couple, but pressure was right up there. And then the second quarter was obviously the difference in the game. We dropped off everything that we wanted to do, and just didn't give ourselves a chance. I don't know what they kicked in the end, but they could have been probably 10 goals up at half time. Luckily, we were in the game and we never gave up, but that was probably the turning point in the game.
Yeah. Was it just a midfield battle that was lost there, or just collective things that second quarter?
It was a bit of everything.
Yeah.
The stoppages were pretty even all day. They probably got a lot more cleaner entries through their stoppages. So that's something we'll work on going forward. But they're a great midfield. They've added a couple. They've lost a couple, but their depth is there to really keep driving all day. And we didn't give up, and that's a positive, and we'll take that, and we'll keep improving for the next few weeks and the months ahead into the finals. Hopefully, we'll see them again at some stage.
Yeah, I thought young Yellow, he played a good game. Who do you think you're probably your better player?
Yeah, Jimmy, a few good grabs. Joby was probably our best. He had plenty of it, and I don't know, kicked probably 3 in the end maybe. Hamish competed well all day, but overall it wasn't a great effort between the team, which is what we needed to beat these guys, because that's how they played today.
A couple of weeks in a row, Alec Wright, Jack Boyd, both, I guess, over the start of the season have shown some glimpses of promise. You must be pleased with their development early in the year.
Yeah, Butters he's going to take a few weeks, obviously. He's had quite a long period on the sidelines, and a bit of confidence back will do him good getting us through a few games now. But we just need to get game time into all these young guys, and then us senior players need to step up and bring them with us. Fortunately, we just didn't have enough contributors today, and we just left it to too few.
So Clarence at Launceston Arena next week. There aren't any easy games in the competition at the moment. Another tough assignment. What's what are, I guess, will be the key areas of focus and messages heading into that game next week?
Yeah, they're going to be really hard to beat at their home ground. But I think if we go back to our basics, what our core 3 or 4 structures that we want to do, I think we can go down and get the result. It's just a matter of doing it for 4 quarters. We can't drop off and do it for 2.5 like we did today. We need to put 4 quarters of effort like we did last week. We didn't probably finish in front of the goals last week, but the effort was there for 4 quarters. And if we can do that, we're going to be a very good team. But until we can do that, we just need to keep building that and make it 3 quarters and then 4 quarters and then do that consistently.
You mentioned North Lonnie lost a few players, but gained a few as well. Played Glenorchy and Lauderdale as well, to the other top teams in the competition to start the year. Where do you see North Launceston at the moment in terms of the pecking order at the top?
I think the top level of the teams are all very even. I wouldn't have said there's probably too much between the 3. I think probably Glenorchy probably have the stars, the best group that's older senior bodies, but that doesn't always mean anything. But I think, them 3 are definitely probably the top 3, and we've met them in the first 4 rounds, so we know where we're at, and that's probably a bonus going forward. That okay, next time we get within 9 points at 3/4 time at Glenorchy, we actually go on and we win that game, and we don't have the 2/4 laps we did against Lauderdale. And then today, obviously, a 1.5 to 2 quarters where we just dropped off our pressure. So we know now where we've got to be. That can only be a positive going forward.
Particularly with a lot of younger players stepping up into the TSL senior footy, to see where they're at against the best in the state must be a really good indicator for you as well.
Yeah, it shows where they're at. It shows their deficiencies, but where they're good at as well. So there was a couple of the young guys did some really good things today. So we got to make them better at them, and then they become good to elite at that stuff. But then we also work on their deficiencies and try and raise them so they're really good, well-grounded senior footballers for years to come.
Clean bill of health out today, or any injury concern?
I don't think anyone's injured. A few guys with cramp again today. It was quite a running fatigue type game instead of bash and crash. There wasn't many tackles, but I think there wouldn't be too many changes. I wouldn't have thought going into next week. But we'll see how we go through the week and go from there.
Taylor, what do you take from the game today? Obviously a good win. What sort of you may take out? So?
Yeah, I think, we had 33 scoring shots from the day. So that was something we looked at post-Clarence game. What can we do to score more? Was it them, was it us? So we rectified some things during the week, and we trained some things that I think looked a lot better for us offensively today. Obviously, we didn't kick straight. We need to put sides away. We need to kick straight, and when you play the top sides, Glenorchy and Lauderdale, you need to kick straight to be in the game. So, we've got some work to do with that. I thought that was pleasing. Defensively in the second quarter, I thought we were really good. First quarter, not so much, but that second quarter, Lonnie just literally couldn't get it out of our forward half, which was great. So, take some positives out of that. Have a look at the first. Have a look at probably the bit of the third in the last quarter and see what we can do better. But definitely some positives going forward.
Yeah, I thought that second quarter was really key. I thought Victor Sale was probably he really turned it for you there, just dropping in front of Thorpe, and even Tom Donnelly was the same. He sort of got. Was that sort of you changed at the quarter time, or was that something you started the game on?
No, we were just able to get some territory and get it in our forward half. And when you do that, it enables your back half to set up the way we want to set up. We've got some really smart guys behind the footy with Arian and Jay and Tom and Sharon. So we've got some really smart players that set up really well. So if our pressure forward half is good enough, then we will turn it over with sides coming out. And we probably showed that in the second, not so much in the first when we weren't able to get the ball, and the third really into our forward half and just lock it in there. And that's what we're obviously looking to do. And to Lonnie's credit, they probably outplayed us in that first quarter inside the contest, getting the ball forward their way.
Obviously, Dakota had a good game as well today. How important is for him and sort of Benny Elmer to get a bit of synergy? Obviously, you lost Tommy Bennett and a few other, Zach Burt last year. How important is for them?
Yeah, it's interesting. I probably only reflected on it post-Clarence, where you take Burt, Bennett and McCulloch out of the forward line. I mean, we don't want to dwell on that, but you look at the new forward line that we do have with Elmer. Obviously, Bannister came back in today. Lowe's been playing that with Bart out at the moment. Then you got Smalls with Jack Rushton, who's new to the group as well. And we had a debutant in James Curran. So 4 out of our 6 are new. It's going to take them some time to work out how, when we move the footy, what they've got to do forward of the footy to come at it. And, I think they're learning, especially Ben Elmer. I think he's hitting up at the footy really, really well. Dakota looked better when he played a little bit higher today and he was involved. So that, we'll learn, we'll look at that. But different. Moving forward, we're just going to have to give them time to work together as a group.
You touched on Curran a bit there. Obviously, his first game, obviously multi-talented sort of sportsman. I thought he really showed a bit today. Obviously, he wasn't afraid to sort of just step up and back himself in. No,
I thought he was really good. He was clean. I thought he used the ball well. It was probably once when he turned it over coming inside that he'll reflect on, but we knew what he was going to give us. He had some school cricket stuff in the pre-season, so we knew we had to give him a bit of time. We gave him the 2 weeks in the development league. Realistically, he probably could have played round 1, but we had to give the opportunities for the guys that did the work. So we knew what we were going to get with him, and he did that. So, he played pretty well, gave you a spot.
Jack Rushton against his former side showed plenty of promise for you as well. Are you happy with the way he's settled into the group?
Yeah, he's a North boy, Jack. So he played all his junior footy at North, played at Rochelee, Northern Suburbs kid, and came to Launceston to test out the TSL. And obviously came back to us this year, which is great for us. We want to keep the kids in our zone within our footy club. So I think he played his role pretty well up forward. He's probably played a little bit more midfield time for us as well. He bashes, he crashes, he wins real contested footy. And for him to tackle and finish with 2 goals, probably good effort. I copped flack today. I got married and let myself go. So that means next week it's gone. Yeah. Cheers. Thank you.